Actually, I decided I'm gonna talk in this broadcast. It says in the thing I'm not going to, but I'm gonna. Even if I am sick. Maybe talking will help. But anyways, just so it's known in this broadcast, I was talking to this guy on DCUO. Go beyond with the new Gotham time capsule featuring. Oh, that's cool. Batman Rebirth and Auras, perks, and more. Yeah, but the only thing is, you're probably not even gonna get, like, if I want, like, a Batman Beyond helmet, probably have to buy tons of capsules and I don't even have any money, so. Anyways, I got in an argument with this guy. It wasn't so much an argument, it was just he beat me in a duel, and since I pretty much am always role-playing on this Flash, like, it's pretty much in constant roleplay mode unless someone tries to disrespect me, then, you know. But that's the golden rule, and Barry Allen follows the golden rule, so, well, not necessarily, I guess even if he gets disrespected, he'll respect you, but it just depends. Well, there's this dude, and he was saying, he beat me, and I said, you're multiversal, whatever. I was pretty much saying him traveling through the multiverse or whatever had a bigger impact. I don't know, I was kind of making like a roleplay almost, because I'm always roleplaying on my Flash. And he tries to, he says he's like a Flash that exists in all of the multiverse, which one, I told him would cause damage to the multiverse if you existed in billions of universes, because the multiverse is infinite. Like, you can exist, like, pretty much the speedsters, they exist between, especially Barry Allen creating it, which I used that against him too. I told him how I created the Speed Force, but, like, that's, like, because I'm Nexus Flash. If you look, I have the Flash Boots pre-Flashpoint, kind of New 52 leggings. Then the belt is a mixed pre-Flashpoint, and then New 52. And then the chest and head are normal. So from the waist down, it's a mixture of pre-Flashpoint and New 52, so I like to combine the styles. Well, anyways, he didn't really know what he was talking about, because he was also saying stuff about things he could do with the Speed Force that I can't, like, change time without making, like, you know, making anomalies, pretty much. Which, no, that makes no sense. The way I explain it is the Speed Force exists through all space and time, including multiverse. So the Nexus Flash, which I consider myself based on lots of people saying so, and I don't know how else to say, the Nexus Flash, Barry Allen, created the Speed Force as shown in Flash Rebirth. Well, this dude didn't even know that, and he didn't. I just don't know how to explain it. I got in a debate, which I like getting in debates. Argument is healthy as long as it doesn't turn like toxic. But when you don't use fact, that's where it's not healthy anymore. Like, when you use something I can easily debunk, like he said time remnants in the comics. Name how many times past 10 years Barry, we'll say, since that was a thing, has used a time remnant. Not in the Flash show, because that's what I hate. He was only, the thing I hate about this game is people will take the time to make a comics inspired tune, but it's just the style. The style is comics inspired. When you actually talk to them, it's just CW stuff, which is fine. But then make a CW tune if you don't actually support the source material. Because he says, "Yeah, I got my Flash comics," but then why did I use comics info? Some of the most basic Flash stories, not basic like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid and such a boring story. Basic as in like basic knowledge Flash stories. Flash Rebirth is pretty much the official origin of the Speed Force. And you have a bunch of comics and you don't read that, but you choose to watch the show, which again, I think season 1 and 2 are great, but then do like a CW Flash. Don't say stuff you don't know. Because then he says, like, I'm a time remnant of him, but how would I be a time remnant of someone who exists in all of the multiverse, billions of universes? That would definitely cause stuff, that would definitely cause anomalies in the multiverse. Like, he just doesn't get it. Also, what about Earth 11? I don't know, since Convergence, I think Convergence brought back the original multiverse, which is like hundreds, which I wish they just kept Grant Morrison's multiversity canon, but I still consider that canon. I guess that's just my head canon then. We'll go by that. If he's talking multiversity, which he probably hasn't even read. What about Earth 11? How do you exist in that multiverse as the Flash when that's just females? Like, the Flash is female, Batman's female, Wonder Woman is Wondrous Man. Aquaman is Aquaman. How do you exist in that universe? How do you exist in Earth 10, the Overman universe, where Superman is bad, Uncle Sam is good, obviously, but like Superman is like pretty much it's kind of like Red Sun, but instead of Superman landing in Soviet Russia, he lands in Nazi-occupied Germany. How are you going to explain that when the Flash in there is a girl? You can say you exist between the frames of the multiverse, then that really just makes no sense. I don't know how to explain it, really. I wish I could listen to Spotify while I'm broadcasting. I can on my like phone, but that gets annoying. Especially the password and stuff, and that says, "Do you want to watch this?" But yeah, I got in a debate with someone today, and that's what I hate is when you get in a debate with someone and they can't do it normally, so they have to use stuff they think they know. When I use like provable fact. So and pretty much he said he's evil because he said he can change time with the Speed Force. He can change time and not have any effects. That's the negative Speed Force. An evil man's Speed Force created solely to harm Barry Allen. Like people just need, if they're gonna read comics, fine. But if they don't know that much about comics, I don't think you should make a comic character. If he was a Barry Allen, I've never heard Barry Allen say ASF before, which I hate using those fucking cancerous terms. But just saying. And he crammed the word time remnant into like 5 of his sentences just because he couldn't use any arguments against me. The first thing I said wasn't even to start an argument. But arguments are healthy as long as you actually have your freaking facts straight. The talking kinda helps with my headache, I don't know. But my nasally voice, Okay, I need to find an actual mission I can do. I'm gonna check those messages again. I just had to talk to that guy real quick. It's kind of annoying, but... Okay, who's fighting? Who's fighting, guys? Need to pick a... I'll check my messages again soon. Gosh dang, I'm so sick. I have to see a doctor, because I think I do have MS, because I don't know why, like, I have a cold. I got cold yesterday, but progressively got worse to the point where I was, like, almost had to call 911 because I couldn't fucking breathe. My chest was hurting a lot, and if because the doctors, they did do freaking tests, but they did it the wrong way. For those of you who don't know, if you do MS, you gotta either get a spinal tap or get an accurate scan in your spine, and they they scanned my brain, which sometimes MS shows in there, but sometimes it shows in spine. When they did the spine, it was a scan from like a year ago when I was not as bad with my legs and back. And it could be just progressing or whatever, but I swear I got something. Because when I get just a cold now, it's like brutal. It's like I said, I couldn't even breathe yesterday at one point. It's getting better now, but just wait till nighttime or something. I'm gonna check the message. Nope, don't got messages. Okay, how many marked bills do I have? Because I can get some gear. That's why I like how DCUO at least puts previews for their DLC, so you can still do it for a while. Like Age of Justice and this. Gosh damn it, the next two are just 42, taking down 42 people is way easier than taking down 333 people, I guess, so. Check my message. Gosh, some people on this game are just so fucking cancerous. Like, he was saying, the dude say, I sent him a message, literally giving him advice for future, if he ever debates someone like he tried to me, use actual fact that you can prove is true. Don't just throw stuff out of your asshole and say, oh, this is this and this is that. No, if it's true, people will know, or they won't know, and you can prove it yourself. But this guy is trying, I know it's fiction, but there is fact in fiction. Barry Allen, as of Rebirth, which is, not DC Rebirth, Flash Rebirth, 2009, Jeff Johns, made Skybird, it still is canon that Barry Allen created Speed Force. So far as we know. There's still the negative Speed Force of Eobard Dawn. But it just gets kind of ridiculous. 333, that's my thing I hate. This is worse than the Age of Justice preview, where you had to defeat 114 soldiers. Yeah, 333, who's gonna do that? Gosh damn. Okay, so where's the transporters or whatever? Oh, wait, what is the civilians area then? Yep. Okay, we'll fight this guy, I don't know why, but... Okay, sorry, screen. Okay. Just checking something. Oh, my stomach's killing me now. No, get away, get away. Okay, here's some dude. Boom, boom, boom. fastest is alive is still there. Oh, Aquaman's on. The only thing I don't like is the CT Hawkman. I'm not saying I don't like him, but he's not really leveling up or anything, or getting prestige immediately. Gosh, my freaking. Once I'm not sick anymore. Start going to the gym again. That can work could follow, but gosh damn, now my head hurts again. Ah, frick this clown guy. Missing member of the insane clown posse. Okay, now I'm way off guard, and there's more transporters over at the beginning. I want to broadcast Arkham Knight. I like doing that, but it just doesn't work. Like, it works, but broadcasting, sometimes it just shuts off. Like, it goes, oh, error. Oh. Okay, I need to find transporters. Those are those are easier to find than the, bagmen. Or faster. Well, both, I guess. Because I can find like 3 transporters pretty close together, but bagmen, it's like, see how far I had to walk? Or run, I mean, just see that. I had to run all the way across the Goth. Gosh dang it, I need to get to where the transporters are. Up ahead, boy. See, there's an easier bagman to find. Of course, now they're not easy to find because there's already so many people over here fighting transporters, probably. Not over here, but... Oh, here we go. See, look, one right there. Bye-bye. Yep. Wait, how about I just kill him? No. We'll say I didn't. See, look, just going back and forth, I can find more transporters in Bagman. I was gonna check my messages. Nothing. I bet it's probably, that's the thing. It's probably just a 10-year-old who doesn't even know how to debate, so when he does do it, it's just, I know this, but I don't. And now he probably blocked because he can't hear differing opinions, / I use facts, so it's kind of not an opinion. I mean, I guess the opinion of me being the Nexus Flash, sure, but I've had like 20 other people throughout my 2-3 years playing saying I am the best Flash. Which I did take a lot of time to work on this, and then my league, of course. So, I don't know. That could be my opinion, but that's other people's opinions too. And hey, he can be a multiversal Flash. I wasn't dogging him for that, but I was dogging the logic he was using. It wasn't true, none of it. And then the time remnant, that always pisses me off. Someone's like, well, you're just a time remnant. Well, I said he exploited himself. He said, I'd have to exploit to exploit. Whatever grammar that is, dude. Because then there's a fallacy there. Like I said, if you exist in every universe, which you don't, because you wouldn't exist as the Flash on Earth 11, because you're a dude, and the Flash there is a girl, and you completely disrupt what that multiverse stands for. Same with Earth 10, Nazi-occupied heroes. What other ones can I think of? There are multiverses that are, if you want to go by multiversity, which is, I've only read it once, but by gosh, it's one of my favorite things to just look at after reading it. You want to go by that. There's a universe which is solely Captain Marvel. It's solely Shazam. Like, so how would you be the Flash there? Debunking some more. There are universes that aren't even open yet. They don't even have a purpose yet. And oh, you exist in all universes? Well, how do you exist in them when the Flash of Earth 19 is the Accelerated Man? You wouldn't be the Flash there. That's the Flash. And it would disrupt what it stands for. You dress more modern, like from the present. They weren't saying ASF back in the Victorian era. So you kind of exploited yourself. And then a time remnant, okay, going by CW logic, that's making someone from your past, or that's making a past version of you to pretty much dispose of. Or you don't even have to dispose of it, but, you know. Okay, well then you just made another crazy-ass fucking multiversal disruption, because that's a second version of you that exists between all of the multiverse. Because that's what he said, he exists in all of the multiverse. That makes no sense. The multiverse changes. So what about Convergence, where I think they change it back to the classic multiverse? Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earth destroyed the multiverse, I think. Or it didn't destroy it. I don't know if it destroyed it, or made everything just one universe. Then they went to like hundreds of universes, but saying there's infinite Earths. And then Grant Morrison, gosh, favorite, I think. That changes to 52 universes. So how are you going to say unless he's trying to say he's the Barry Allen? Well then, the Barry Allen doesn't exist he doesn't exist between all of the multiverse. He doesn't exist in every single universe. Like I said, Earth 11, that's not Barry Allen. That's fucking Girl Flash. And it's not the same Barry, even in the universe where there is another Barry Allen, you know? That's not the Nexus Barry Allen, which he didn't know what Nexus meant. Okay, the only thing I hate about the preview is a lot of the missions are more filler. Like the transporters, taking out 42 of those guys, and taking out 333 people. No, just no. It's the insane clown posse, missing member. Oh gosh, my throat hurts so bad. I think I might just get on my Hal Jordan and start doing stuff. Wait, hold on. What's this? Can I get marked bills? I really want marked bills. What does he want me to do? I'm confused now. Okay, well you get one marked bill. Okay, whatever. Then I can fight some transporters on the way there. Oh, wide. Oh, there we go. Sorry, dude, I took your arrest, but. Ugh. I bet he's gonna be. I've talked to another person. This was probably 5 months ago. They liked my flash style, but they didn't like my formal shirt and stuff because I was wearing the lab coat, the iconic lab coat that he wears. You can see it in John Bruton and in Carmine Infantino's run. They're the grade Barry Allen. Rest in peace, Carmine Infantino. I was wearing the lab coat pretty much from that, but I put formal gloves on so that and make them a light blue, so they kind of look like operating gloves, so that when you touch evidence and stuff. That person's like, Barry Allen doesn't dress that formal. Well, actually, if you want to go that route too, in that, for a quote debate end quote, in the 50s, he was all in like the 50s or 60s. I don't know. I have the omnibus and like a vault book of like his beginning of his run. I'm planning on trying to get all of the old Barry Allen up till Christ on Infinite Earth. That would be false because in New 52 he dressed more modern. That was the whole point of New 52. But the only really thing that's changed with his lab coat is it's not a bow tie anymore. Even in 2009 he wore a bow tie. And like, I probably have to pull out Rebirth again because I read it like 5 times. But it's not like I remember the clothes from all of it. 50s, he's wearing a freaking fedora. If you want to go that route. Silver Age, he was wearing a fedora and like formal. He was always formal. And then 2009, I think he pretty much stayed formal. I mean, he wore like a jacket, kind of like how Jordan wears his jacket. He wore like a leather jacket. That's not really informal. And yeah, he wears a t-shirt and a sweatshirt sometimes, which I do on my Barry Allen. But when I like wearing the lab coat. Gosh damn. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Defuse Joker bombs. That's not so hard. Get out of my way. Wag. Scheisse. Oh. Oh, but the only thing that guy I was debating with today, the only thing he got right in a varied sense, as in, yeah, if you look at it this way, is the Speed Force. Barry Allen, I think he went back in time, or there's a bunch of adventures where it's like time traveling, and shit. He's not just going there to observe, because that wouldn't change time much if no one sees it. Like, let's say there's a universe original Flash, or time original Flash or something. But he's going in the future and the past with Kid Flash and him. And technically, in continuity, he did have the Speed Force, but that was only because of, I think, Mark Waid and Jeff Johns. Because I think Mark Waid created the idea for the Speed Force, Jeff Johns pretty much made the official origin. Shit! But he would go back and he would go, like, forward, backward time, whatever, and there'd be no repercussions. But in continuity, he had the Speed Force, but in publication, he didn't. There was no extra dimensional force. He was just super, super fast, so he could travel between the fabrics of vibrational frequencies and go to different Earths. So on that note, he could say, yeah, sure, but then again, he was dressing modern, so he wasn't doing Silver Age Flash, which had the Speed Force, but we didn't even know until, like I said, Mark Waid and Jeff Johns. Because Jeff Johns made pretty much Rebirth is the official kind of origin of the Speed Force. End of the negative Speed Force and of Barry Allen, you know, getting his mom murdered. That's why whenever I talk to people and I say I'm the Nexus Flash, I don't say Earth Zero anymore. Because, like I said, that would be my headcanon. I loved Multiversity, so Earth Zero would still be pre-Flash by New 52 in my case. But that's why I say Nexus, because that's the main universe. That's like the tying point to all the other universes. Oh gosh, my throat. I keep talking about this stuff because I want to... Talking, I think, is kind of clearing up my throat a little, so that helps. Oh, keep hitting me, dudes. I just gain health anyways, even though so I'm not even really losing health. Okay, it said talk to this guy. But that still doesn't really put me anywhere near... Sorry. Ah, my throat. Doesn't really put me anywhere near being able to get something. Powerful mods. Oh, we're gonna look at my waist, see what I got. Oh, we'll open this, riddled with whatever. Damn it. Okay, yeah, cool, Circle Extreme, but... I wanted something else, you know? Maybe gear? Okay, we're gonna warp to base and then I'm gonna start another broadcast. That'll just be DCUO doing other stuff. Okay, so level 170. Well, that was the Riddled with Crime preview. It's the missions you can do without buying the DLC. Excuse my being sick, but talking seems to be help clear up my throat, maybe not my sinuses, but or my chest pains, but help clear up my throat. So maybe broadcasting with a mic is a good idea. But as a preview, as you saw, there was one of the missions is outrageous. Defeating 333 people. That would take like a few hours at minimum, and not all of us have the to do that. Maybe if I was on my HAL, because it's more fun to play on my HAL, because I get on them like every other day or every other 2 days. So then I'm like, oh, this isn't as familiar as my Flash, but I'm on my Flash all the time, dude. So it's not really that fun trying to fight 333 people, just for whatever reason. But that was Riddled with Crime preview. I don't know, I kind of like the DLC, and the Zeus stuff sounds interesting, so when I get, like, a job, or I maybe should, I kind of want to make an announcement, but I'll save that for later, but I will say I am writing some comics, so I'll get some money from that, maybe. Yeah, Real with Crime, so far, at least in the preview, is pretty good, but, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna make me want to get a membership. Yeah, that's how I got the Flash Match, because I scraped up enough to get the membership when the Flash Match was out. And then you got other benefits, so it's better paying for $15 for a month membership than just paying $20 for the Flash Cow, if you know what I mean. Because you get more. And the missions. But yeah, I'm gonna start another broadcast. It might be DCUO, might just be Batman Arkham City or something. We'll see.